When the Cubs won the World Series in 2016, it didn't look like things were just going to end there. A dynasty looked to be brewing. I mean, they were loaded. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, Kyle Schwarber, Wilson Contreras. It was insane. But unfortunately, things didn't quite turn out that way. What we expected the Cubs to be was what the Houston Astros ended up actually being. And I don't know, it's just been weird since. 2017 was the final year they won the division. 2018, they blew it to the Brewers and then lost the wild card game. And the only playoff games played since for the Cubs came in 2020, where a total of 0 people watched the Marlins sweep them. So just an insanely anticlimactic ending to what we thought was going to be such a successful thing in Chicago, or at least in the north side of Chicago. Now, you can't get greedy with championships. 2016 will forever be great for Cubs fans no matter what, but there's no denying that core came apart a lot quicker than we all thought. You got to also give the Cubs credit for how they handled the end of that core, though, trading most of them away and getting something for them before they left. And they're also not missing a thing from those players. I mean, Anthony Rizzo did have a couple nice years with the Yankees, but now he's no longer much of a factor. Javier Baez doesn't realize you're allowed to take pitches and not swing the bat. Chris Bryant's contract has been a disaster for the Rockies so far. It's not really the fact that they traded any of their guys, it's more so just that nothing's come fully together for this team in years. They did just make a big trade for Kyle Tucker from Houston, which is good and cool, but that comes with questions regarding where exactly this team thinks they're headed. Really quick, as always, if you're part of the 59% of viewers not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button if you enjoy the videos, as the Chicago Cubs are in a very weird spot right now. Like, very weird. They want to win, which is good. Obviously, you want your team to go for it. But then the question is if they're doing it in the right way, or what exactly they're thinking when they're going through this process. For a couple of years now, they've made some moves for players. Nothing like crazy or insane blockbuster stuff, but they've gotten some good players out on the open market. But it feels like they're adding them to a team that's not quite ready to win. Let's stay in the same division as the Cubs and look at the Brewers for a second. Say whatever you want about that franchise, but they have a clear system and plan of how they operate. They may not keep their biggest stars, they may not spend much money, but they've been able to build a consistent formula of winning over the last several years, and my point is that they have a plan. A set direction of where they're going and what they're going to do no matter what. The Cubs, on the other hand, I can't figure out what they're trying to do. Like, do they have a plan? Or are they just kind of going along with the flow and playing everything by ear? Now, they have potential for sure. As lackluster as they've been overall the last couple of years, at least they don't suck. That's improvement. Seriously, 2021 and 2022, they sucked. But 2023 and 2024, they finished with 83 wins. It's definitely not ideal that they stayed in the same exact spot twice in a row. They didn't improve. There was no step forward in 2024, but this is a Cubs team that's going for it. Clearly, you don't spend $40 million on a manager to be a third place team. And with the Kyle Tucker trade, that's another message. He's a great player and perfect for what the Cubs need and have needed for a while. They have a pretty decent team. They have a lot of good players, but they don't have that superstar that stands out, that guy who can be the face of the Cubs, which is exactly what Tucker can be. But Tucker also has just 1 year left before free agency. So I wonder what the Cubs' plan is moving forward, their end goal here with Tucker. Do they want to just end up like the Yankees after trading for Juan Soto? Are they okay with ending up like that? Tucker's great, but I don't know if he's worth giving up what they gave up for just 1 year of him. Now, prospects are prospects for a reason. Cam Smith, the #1 draft pick they sent to Houston, yeah, he's very far from proven, and he could very well end up being nothing. But Tucker for 1 year just doesn't seem worth it if you don't plan on keeping him, and there's not much of a reason to believe the Cubs will. The biggest contracts they've ever given out is $188 million to Jason Hayward and Dansby Swanson for $177. Kyle Tucker is someone whose future contract likely starts with a 3, and depending on how good his 2025 season is, maybe even north of $400 million. He's been consistently great his whole career, is 28, will only be 29 on the open market. I don't think that's crazy at all to say that he can get that much, but will the Cubs be willing to do that? I feel like they should be, unless they want Tucker for a year, and again, that goes into why the Cubs' current direction is just confusing. I do like their pitching a lot. Obviously, you can never have enough pitching, but the rotation was pretty strong last year, and the bullpen had some strong pieces. They still should add an arm or two, and there's been rumors that they're looking to, which is good. And overall, this team doesn't seem too far away. The offense was really the big thing I think needed the biggest boost, and Tucker obviously helps with that. They have a top 10 farm system in baseball, are already looking like they're pretty close to winning. So overall, the Cubs don't seem to be in too bad of a spot. I just wonder how much of a plan they have and exactly what that plan is. Okay, they want to win, sure, but how long do they see Tucker being a Cub, for example? Are they willing to spend some more money moving forward to keep him and get others and keep others? I mean, they've spent money, but they haven't gotten that big name guy yet to a big contract. Dansby Swanson is the highest paid player on the team and is obviously good, but he's not that superstar franchise type guy. Kyle Tucker could definitely be something like that. But then again, will they be willing to go above and beyond to keep him? Or are they just purely operating on the short term and making it up as they go with this move and others? I don't know. Look, as long as Shota Imanaga is taken good care of, that's all that matters to me. Protect this man at all costs. Let me know your thoughts and thank you for watching.